Today we're going to take a look at Chapter 7, Lesson 5, which is solving algebraic expressions, but this time they're going to be word problems. So our first learn says that we're going to write addition and subtraction algebraic expressions for real-world problems and evaluate it or solve it. So in our first example, it says the figure shows triangle ABC. It wants to know what is the perimeter of triangle ABC in terms of S. That just means we're going to have an algebraic expression as our answer. So to find the perimeter, you're going to add up all of the sides. Triangle has 3 sides, so we need to add them. One side is S. Another side is S. And the final side is 10. So just like we did previously, we are going to combine like terms. S plus S is 2S. I didn't use my plus. I didn't use my 10. So that's really just the answer. The perimeter of the triangle is 2S plus 10. And I'm going to put those in parentheses because I want it to equal, I want to know that our label is centimeters, but we want to know that the centimeters represent the 2S and the 10. It would be weird to say 2S centimeters plus 10 centimeters. So we're going to just put that in parentheses to show that they both have the label centimeters. All right, the perimeter of a trapezoid is 7 centimeters shorter than the perimeter of a triangle. Okay, just really quickly, whenever I work with story problems, very helpful for me to label keywords or important ideas. Okay, trapezoid is 7 centimeters shorter than the triangle. Okay, so now I'm going to go back. I'm going to work in here. I'm going to take those words and then I'm going to use them to my advantage. So I'm going to write trapezoid is 7 centimeters shorter than triangle. We already know the triangle, so we're going to take that and we're going to use that. First of all, 7 centimeters shorter than triangle. That means triangle is going to come first. So I'm going to say triangle. Shorter means I'm taking it away, so minus 7 centimeters. I then am going to look back up. I already found the perimeter of the triangle, and that was 2S plus 10. So I'm actually using my previous answer, and I want to take away 7 from that. Now, when I combine like terms, I know that I can combine my 10 and my 7 because those are both constants. So if I have positive 10 and I take 7 away, I'm left with positive 3. So my 2S stays as itself. Make it so you can see it there. And I'm going to have positive 3 left over. If I have positive 10 and I take away 7, I'm left with positive 3. So I want to write the perimeter of the trapezoid is 2S plus 3, and then I'm going to put that in parentheses so that I can say that it's centimeters. That's just giving the centimeters to both of them. All right, and I'm done with part B. Now I'm ready to look at part C. It says if S equals 7, find the perimeter of the triangle. Okay, so S equals 7, super important. But also we want the triangle. Now we have to be careful here because we in part A found the triangle. In part B we found the trapezoid. Here it wants us to use triangle. So you have to make sure you use the correct answer. We had 2 different answers. So let's see. I'm going to do triangle is 2S plus 10. I then want to fill in or plug in, and then I'm going to say S equals 7 so that I know where that came from. Now, really important, some people struggled with this before, and so I want to point it out to you. 2S really means 2 times S plus 10. So now I want to go back in and substitute in for my S. So it's 2 times 7 plus 10. Order of operations tells me if I have multiplication and addition, I have to do the harder first. Multiplying is harder than addition. So 2 times 7 is 14. I'm going to bring down my plus and I'm going to bring down my 10 because I had not used those yet. So I end up with 14 plus 10, which is 24. Then I'm going to write that in a sentence. The question was find the perimeter of the triangle. Is 24 centimeters when S equals 7. So it's not going to be all the time, only when S equals 7. All right, let's look at another one. This one says, write a multiplication or division algebraic expression for a real-world problem and solve it. So basically, we're going to know how to do every operation. We've done adding and subtracting. There's going to be multiplication and division. You're going to be able to do all operations, okay? So a car uses 1 gallon for every 25 miles of gas. So 1 gallon is 25 miles. Super important to know that. It wants to know how far can we travel on W gallons. Okay, so for me, I would use my prior knowledge or what I had previously. So I'm going to borrow that and put it here. Okay, so I'm going to take what I know. I know that sorry. Not sure where my text box went. Disappearing. I'm going to go over in the middle. Okay. I know that 1 gallon equals 25 miles. Okay, I'm taking the info that it's giving me. I'm going to actually use a ratio to help myself here. It says, how far can you travel? So it wants to know how many miles on W gallons. So W gallons, and we're trying to find out how many miles that is. So if I have 1 gallon and I want to turn it into W, I'm actually going to multiply it by W. To get 1 into W, you can multiply any number by itself times W. Oops. Okay. When I take 1 times W, I get W. When I take 25 times W, I get 25W as my answer. So I get the car can travel 25W miles. Okay, and ignore that. It says how much gas is used if the car travels 5W miles. Evaluate using W equals 72. So I still want to use that information that I had before, this part, the 1 gallon to 25 miles. I still need that. Now this time I have miles. I have this equals 5W miles. So I have to ask myself, how exactly do I go from 25 to 5W? How would I turn that into that number? So in order to do that, okay, I'm going to correct myself here because otherwise it gets a little tricky. So if we have 1 gallon of gas and that equals 25 miles, we are trying to figure out the gallons. That's the unknown to us. So we are going to take our miles, our 5W, And we are going to divide that. I'm going to insert a special character, I think. Give me just a second. Divided by, no, I lied. We're going to take 5w and we're going to divide that by 25. Whatever we're trying to find is what we're dividing by. So here we're going to divide that. We have miles. We're dividing by miles. That's going to actually give us an answer of, I'm going to see if it'll let me insert an equation. It does not look like it's going to. So it's going to be 5w over or divided by 25. Now, my 5 and my 25 can actually cancel each other out, and it's going to give me an answer of w divided by 5. Okay, so I'm going to take that w divided by 5, and I'm going to plug in my 72 in for my w. So let me insert a text box. And w divided by 5 when w equals 72. I'm going to plug in 72 divided by 5. Now that is not going to work out evenly, but I could use my calculator. Give me my final answer, 14.4. Okay, so if I were to write that in a sentence, I'm going to say how much gas is used if the car travels 5w miles, it uses 14.4 gallons of gas. And that's that problem for you. Okay, we're going to look at one more learn together. Now, this one appears to be the trickiest because you have multiple steps. Super, super, super important to make sure that you highlight the important information, okay? So Jillian thinks of a number. So we don't know what the number is. We're going to call it y. She multiplies it by 3. Then subtracts 9 from the product. And then we want to solve it. Okay, so we're going to get started. We're first saying she has a number. Then I'm going to leave some space and I'm going to say multiplies number by 3. And then she subtracts 9 from the product. Now, I don't want to do too many steps at once, so I'm going to kind of break it down. Our number was y. To say multiplies number by 3, I'm going to say number times 3, which is also the same thing as y times 3 or 3y. Then subtracts 9 from the product, minus 9. Well, our product was our answer, and that's 3y minus 9. Okay, so this is kind of the end here of what Jillian got. And now I'm going to evaluate. So 3y minus 9 when y equals 12. So I'm going to plug in for that. I'm just going to substitute my 12 in for y. So this really means 3 times y minus 9. Now, a lot of people are having trouble realizing that 3y meant multiplication, so this is going to help you know that it's 3 times 12 minus 9. So order of operations, we have multiplication, we have subtraction. Order of operations tells us we must multiply first. So 3 times 12 is 36. Then when we subtract 9, we get a final answer of 27. Okay, so what is the answer? evaluate this. So I'm going to write a sentence.